It's as good as anywhere in the country. Derrick Rose was an MVP, Jaleel Okafor. I mean, you go down the line there. I think they've had, 3 of the last 5 National Players of the Year, I believe, were from the Chicago area. So it's a really competitive environment. It's a basketball city. They take their basketball and their hoops so seriously, and they play year round.
We're from Chicago. We get a chance to represent our city, and also we know each other. So it's pretty cool to come to a school where it is more than one Chicagoan.
Chicago is the largest Dayton alumni base outside of the state of Ohio in the country. And so Dayton is a very big name in the Chicago area. It has a great reputation, academic reputation and athletic reputation. And over the years, Dayton has had a lot of players from the Chicago area, and they've had a lot of success. Kevin Dillard was a Mr. Basketball, former Mr. Basketball in the state of Illinois, which is a huge deal, and was a very popular figure. And then we had Josh Parker on the team and Luke Fabrizius, all from the area. It's great coaching in the area, whether it be high school coaching or the summertime coaching. All 3 of those guys, both Kyle and Josh came from Morgan Park, and then Kendall came from Simeon, and they just got unbelievable during their high school seasons and during their summer and AAU times. What they brought to the table was just a level of toughness, competitiveness, and winning mentality that has elevated our entire program.
It was a challenge being at Morgan Park. You had to play, really had a tough conference playing the best of the best. Had to play Simeon, who had Jabari Parker, Kendall Pollard, Kendrick Nunn, Jalen Tate. They had a couple of good players. And then right around there, we played against Bogan, who had LaJuan Pittman, who's at UMass now. So we had a lot of competition in the Chicago area. It was just competition, no matter what school you played.
It's a real tough league to play in, the Chicago Public Schools. It's a real tough league. You can lose any night, no matter who you are. Me being on the best team for 4 years straight, we was a favorite, but we could lose to anybody any night. And it just brings a certain toughness out of you when you go play anywhere else. Publicly on the south side of Chicago, it's real tough. Morgan Park and Simeon, we both played in the Red South since we was on the south side. And the red division is like the hardest division. Is where you go against the best competition every night. It's real rough. You don't get too many fouls called, but it's fun. It teaches you how to become a tough player.
The coaches are always taking trips out there, and I know they recruited Kyle and Kendall and Josh very heavily, trying to get them to come here. But Chicago basketball there's really nothing like it in the country. It's a different level. And I think that the coaches see that, and they do a good job of bringing good players from the city in here.
All 3 of those guys played in the largest stages, so when they get to college, the adjustment period about playing in front of 13,000 people or playing on TV, there is an adjustment there is for some kids because they're used to it, and they played at the highest level. Kendall played with 5 or 6 other high Division I players on his team. Jabari being the one everyone knows about. Kyle and Josh, their team probably had 4 or 5 Division I players on their team, so they know what it's like to play with good people and play against good people and play in the spotlight. So when they got here, the spotlight didn't mean anything to them. Whether they're freshmen and going to the NCAA tournament against Ohio State or Syracuse, they've been there before and they expected to win. What those guys brought to the table from day one was a winning attitude. And no matter who we play, no matter where they play them, they expected to win.